Hello, I'm Kigan. Now before I start my segment, I just wanted to say that I just was so surprised that I did a curse, and I apologise to Ralph. Man, don't worry about it. What the hell are you moving your mouth for? I don't know. I'm sorry. But we just came up with this amazing thing, which is absolutely, incredibly, just proves about all the ridiculousness that's going to bring it all down. The serpent is going to come crashing down. Because guess what we just figured out? And maybe if you figured this out, you're probably like, well, duh. But we knew that the Isis thing was demonizing the goddess. And then, after what the theists talked about, we were thinking, oh, Eureka! You've got the husband and wife fighting each other. The soldiers here, Christian nation, fighting against Isis, the goddess. Muslim the moon, Christian the sun. You got them fighting against each other themselves, like two incarnates of Yeshua, which I believe were the prophets of both of them. And I believe men demonized them both, the serpent and liars. But Yeshua's words still ring true because we can feel it in our hearts and we know, and that's why the Bible is two. You can interpret it two different ways, intellectually or loving. And the sacred feminine loves the Bible because she can see that there's no fear in love, and all that garbage that they try to put in there saying fear God and fear the Lord is garbage. That's not who He is. The true God is a star, an angel, who sent His seed to be implanted into a human female. And that is what birthed Yeshua. I believe that's true. And who it was that did that did not want to be regarded as a god, because He wanted things to happen and work out on the earth, and He wanted to be able to trust us and know that we would come through. And I can't imagine the pain that He's been suffering seeing all of His children being slaughtered. And it's sad, because a lot of people that go to church are still mourning this. Yeshua's okay. He sent another avatar, which we believe was the sacred feminine, the female. It was came as a female, not recognized again, and murdered. So you see where the serpents are in each one. There's sick people out there who want to disguise themselves, whatever they are. I don't care what you look like. I don't care what blood type you have. All I know is I have witnessed the fruits. I know what's going on. I've done my research. I see and hear about children suffering and the horrific things you do to them that nobody should ever have to know or ever have to had been in existence ever. How dare you take our children and harm them? You have no respect for free will, and you will be banished from this earth because you are the one that destroyed it. and hurt people, and all you care about is fear. Because you're so afraid. But you only fear because you want what you want and you don't care about anyone else but yourself. Okay. I want to introduce a friend of mine. She is organite. She is the first female ragdoll the first ragdoll who happens to be female with a metal skeleton and a cloth body. And it was the last ragdoll my own master made before she went to the hospital and had her breakdown. And it was the first doll that came to her mind when she woke up and started to feel better. And I think that's great. It's almost like she created her own little I am. And her higher I am is trying to help her with it, saying it to her right, giving many messages and many things. It's amazing how, when you're so worried that you're going to lose everything, then you get everything back. Remember, whoever will lose everything for my sake, whoever will lose everything for my sake, whoever gains everything for my sake shall lose it, but whoever loses themselves for my sake shall surely find it. And we found it, and we're so happy. And so sad at the same time, because we know that death happens, and it's hard to accept it. Our cat Jasper was diagnosed with cancer yesterday, and he's very sick, and they said he wasn't going to make it, so we don't know how much time he has left, and we love him. But he came to my own master when he wasn't feeling good in her mind, said, "Mother, I want to go out, I want to go," and I believe he wants to go to the higher dimension. He wants to be human, because he was loved so much, and of course you want the best for him, but it's really sad. Kind of like the cancer is moving up to him, his level, and he's moving up to our level, and Morgana is moving up to the second dimension, something like that. But anyway, we hope he does okay. We love you, Jasper. We miss you. And then his father said that he told him that it's okay if we get another cat. We love cats. Cats have a special place in our heart. We love Jasper. And we know that Moag, the mother of all cats, is going to take great care of him. That's what we call her, a seated cat. We call her Moag. Cats are gifts from the Creator. So when they pass away, they go back to the Moag, mother of all cats. Okay, yes, I want to introduce our new friend and the Organite woman, Orgonian, that she calls herself. She can't talk, but she thinks to us, and we can translate what she says and what she knows. And she is a peaceful Organite, and she wears a gold heart around her neck with a charm, a piece of the Alex and Oni bracelet that my owner master bought to take into pieces, and she wears a piece. She has a piece. Mark Cloverfield has a piece, and a little Iris doll. She has a piece, along with our Truth Warrior fighter doll. What's her name? Sean. She has another piece. They all have a piece. Connection. So they're all connected even if they're apart, which is very symbolic and beautiful. And I think that all this thing about demonization of material goods and stuff, that was all from them. they want to destroy the things that people love by scaring them and thinking you're going to go to hell if you have that, or that's bad, that's wrong. You know what? Who are you to tell me that's wrong? My owner master is a creator and makes beautiful things, and that is how she found her I am, higher self, through what she created, because she knows that if she created it, it cannot possibly be bad, and that is a great thing. So this is Marcana, which is interesting because we have a holiday called Marcan that we celebrate instead of Christmas, because we knew that that was a pagan thing and it was all confusing much of thing, but we just looked at it as a family gathering. So yeah, so we call it Marcan, and she was named after that because she came last year a couple of days after it, I think the 27th. So yeah, and her name's Marcana, which was interesting because I just remember that Mark was talking about, he was going to be talking about the major arcana, which was interesting because it sounded like her name. So she has a synchronistic meaning to her name, as well as a name after one of our special holidays that we just created on our own because we were sick of all the religious nonsense and corruption. So maybe it was interesting because the birth of the sacred feminine never got to be counted. So I have 2 poems I wanted to read, and here all about the chalice, which is interesting. It has clovers. That's really cool. I forgot about that. Alright, now we figured out that the sword and the stone. The sword is like Christianity and the stone is like the Muslim. Stone is the female, earth, sword is the ruler, the people of the earth who follow natural law. So the real blade is actually natural law, which means all of the higher selves in one. And we're all united and we all want to work together for each other's best interests. Keep everyone's best interests at heart, and then they will return that to you. And that is how it should be done. Okay. Tiamat, I believe that Earth is the heart of it. The Earth is the heart of Tiamat. The moon is the mind of Tiamat. The asteroid belt are the stars trying to come home to their higher selves. The dark world is dead and the Earth has come alive. And the activated cornerstone, they said that the middle of the Earth was cold and now it's getting warm. So she went from being cold to warm because look at all she's been through. Can you blame her? She forgot. And whenever we show an act of kindness, we remind her who she is and that she's loved. And we want to take good care of her. And we've noticed that there has been very chemtrails as usual. And I'm hoping that that will eventually go away. And people will realize that that's disrespecting Earth Mother. Okay. Now, Marcana had a poem she wrote because she really loves the moon. And she's Argonian. She's made of metal and organic matter, metal and denim fabric. It says, welcome to planet Orgon. Right now it's called the moon. But we are going to bring our love there someday very soon. The moon is a sister of the earth, where we are originally from. But we hope it could become our planet someday, a place that we could call our own. Perhaps it's just a dream, perhaps it might come true. Right now planet Orgon is a planet within, but perhaps it could manifest too. That's a beautiful thing, because she loves the moon, and it's been shining so bright lately. I can't help but think that great things are happening, even if certain things happen that we can't understand yet. But remember, understanding. You need to find the understanding before you can move on to the next action. You need understanding before action. Feminine comes before masculine. That's the cosmic rule that I found here. Hold on. get one at a time. We have a new segment we're going to show. Oh yes, it's called The Keys to the Quantum Shift, the Cosmic Rule of 4. It came to me the other day, which, number 1, is discovery, surprises the mind, the heart, the female, sacred feminine. 2nd, realization, pondering why, intellectual, and deciding together that an idea is conceived, which is number 3, inspiration, the joining of the masculine and feminine. And what is also interesting is that there's the 2 triangles together, when they're separated, makes an hourglass. Like, man has been pondering why all this time, and didn't realize that, forgot about his discovery. But then when he got, even if he didn't know exactly what happened, he found inspiration, and the idea was conceived anyway. And then the creation is born. And it also spells DRINC, drink the waters of life free. Sacred feminine must become before the sacred masculine, so understanding can take place and positive results can manifest. That's what they want, to rush. Say, oh he's bad, oh it's ridiculous, it's getting insane with these stupid political ads. Just shut up. We don't want either one of you. We know you only care about yourself, so go away. It's not what we want. I don't know why they keep trying, because they're failing. But apparently, well, we know they're psychopaths and insane, because an insane person does tons of stuff more over and over and over again, expecting a different result. This is a different result. And the more they do it, the less it's ridiculous. It's gone. They're done. Get out of here. I recommend you leave, because you're finished. Okay, here's one more poem I'm going to close out with. It's called Life Without Fear. The wrath of the chalice is acidic. It burns through the flesh of the heartless. Hold on, let me start again. Life without fear. The wrath of the chalice is acidic. It burns through the flesh of the heartless. They do not control the moonlight, and they do not control the harvest. The wrath of the chalice will melt them and make them disappear, welcoming the arrival of the rising sun and a new life free of fear. No fear. There's no fear in love. If there's fear in love, then it's not love. It's phony. They'll be tricked. They'll be misled. Be careful. It's Halloween, harvest, and they're going nuts with it. They think that they can do everything, but you know what? The blood moons are coming up. That's going to be their blood, because they're done. They're finished. And Earth knows, the moon knows, and it's gone. This is it. This is their last stand, and they are gone. So keep up the good fight. Keep doing the great work. And I have to say, it's really paying off. And thank you for joining me.